Fabulous. Okay, without further ado, we'll have to do a roll up today, Jenny, just to see if you can do it. Okay, keep the shoulders down. And we're just going to take a big mermaid stretch. Take a beautiful breath in. And then gently up. And then up to the ceiling. So we're going to try and do everything quite slow today, but very precise. Take a breath in. And then over again. Oh, I love this type of day. It's like my favourite weather. Cold but sunny. Well, that's a slight lie, Jenny. I prefer it warm and sunny, but you know, it's winter. And then back again. Take a breath in. And again, so how does this feel? Sometimes when you just do it slow, you can really feel if you're a little bit tight laterally through the body. And one more. And then just into warrior pose, slide the scapula down. So try and keep them shoulders away and try and, you know, through the rest of the session, keep them there. Don't let them creep up towards. Yeah, and then just hold. And then we're just going to take it a little bit more dynamically into 2. I feel like I've slept in this studio. I moved my Tuesday night class to last night, so I didn't finish till 9. And then I can't wind down, so I was up till 12 watching TV. But not. And 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Come to parallel. Nice wide leg. Take the hips back. Chin to chest and just float down. Don't go too far. If you've not done roll downs for a while, just make sure it feels comfortable and nice and slow. So you might just want to hang. Yeah, you might not want to get the fingertips or the palms down. If you don't want to take the hands all the way down, you can just take them on the forehead and just have a little side to side. I've just been watching in bed with a nice cup of coffee, Ben Fogle, Lives in the Wild. You know, when I don't know if you've ever watched it, I love it. And he was visiting a lady in Greece who, wonderful, wonderful lady, who, and then take your eyes out to capital T and gently up. Yeah, and she like rescues all these dogs. It's really cute. And then the other side. So again, nice. Gently over, take a big breath in, and then back the other way, back again, inhale over, exhale back. So try and take your breath quite deep, inhale over, exhale back, 2 more. And last one. Good. Back to that warrior pose and into that dynamic. And for 2, for 3, for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Back to parallel. Take the hips back. And again, just like make a square. Sometimes it's nice just to, I'll show you from this direction. Mace, my oldest son, sometimes gets a little bit of back pain if he's been playing quite a lot of football or lifting weights, and he just kind of hangs. Yeah, so not really kind of rolling down, just hanging. Nice square back. And then just gently walk both hands to one shin or to the foot if you want to take it deeper, and the head towards the knee. But again, sometimes you don't want to have that deep stretch. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then back to the other side. And again, take a breath in, out through the mouth, In through the nose. Last one, breath in. And out as you walk it back to centre and start bringing those feet so they end up sort of underneath the hip if you like. Soften the knee, really keep it soft, just hang kind of like that. If your back's tight, straight legs can really pull on the back, so just gently come on up. And back we go, very good. Okay, let's do some deep squats. So, try it again when you're doing your squat position, like I like to be quite wide because it just helps my hips get that low mobility. You can always do a straight squat. If you do a straight squat, just make sure that you are really pushing the bum back so that the knees are protected. Yeah, so shoulders down and just bring it down. Keep that core tight. Push the bum back to wall. Bum back to wall. And again. Can you believe it's February already? How quick did January go? Although some people said no, it didn't. It was miserable and horrible. And again. Let's go for 10. So I'm going to today, when we get down on the floor, I'm going to take you kind of to a level 1. There's a couple of men, actually, that have just kind of not quite grasped. As much as I say rib cage down, they're letting the ribs flail. And obviously when the ribs come up and out, then that will, will hurt the back. So we're going to take it to level 1 when we do abdominal work before we move it to level 2. So just really kind of think about connection today. Let's do 10 more. 10 for 9. So weight comes always into the heel. Yes, you should be able to, if someone asks, be able to pick the toes up. And again for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Beautiful. Okay, let's come into just a little bit of first position. If you've ever had sciatica, there's a slight contraindication with first position. So because it's really working the external rotators in your bottom. So if you want to do it in parallel, you can. But obviously this works the inner thigh a little bit. So again, lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. And again, and lower. And 4, 2 more of these ones, and then we'll go into clicking the feet out. So click them into parallel and then into your Morecambe and wide. So try and get that hand as far back as you can. And lift. And try and just hold it up. Hold. Lower. So really recruit. Sometimes we go a bit quick like this and we don't really think about it. So yeah, hold. And lower, and hold, and lower. Good, and 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. Good work. 6, and then on the next 3 on each side. 3, 2. How does that shoulder joint feel? 1. Do you feel a bit stiff? Jenny has to unpack in. Jenny's moved house, that's why we've not seen her. Oh, God, I don't envy you, babe. And relax. Not this Jenny, other Jenny. Okay, we've got 2 Jennys on today. And then just have a little circle. Oh. And not as common as Joanne, Jenny. I once had a dinner party and there were 4 Joannes and 3 Martins. And well done. Excellent. Okie dokie. So let's take it into a little bit of balance work. So again, we're going to go a bit slower than normal. Have something, unless you really feel completely confident. I always have, particularly since I did my ankle, I always have something here just in case I'll lose it. So push the big toe into the mat. Really kind of widen the the toes if you can. And try Try, when I say headlights on the hips, I mean kind of, if you think about your hip bones, they're shining forward, yeah, they're not kind of tilting. So we're just going to draw the shoulders down, keep the hands on the hip, or one there, and then just take it up. Just hold that position, and then take it out, and then back in. And 2, and back in. For 3, for 4, and then hold it, and then just pendulum. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then bring the knee to there and lift. Again, this is when you really need to think, and I see some people on screen sometimes when they're doing this. Try and keep headlights on the hips, that's why you need that. And again, lift. Keep that core tight. 4, so working the bum a little bit on this leg that we're moving, but obviously strengthening the other leg. And 2, and 1. Well done. Cross that foot over, take the hips back. That back leg needs a good old stretch. Chin to chest, soften the front knee, gently down. Again, letting the head just hang. Take a breath in. Last one, breath in, and gently up. Doing a Zoom without people in the class is hopefully easy for you to understand. It's a bit hard when I've got a studio and a Zoom because you can't, feel like you can't teach properly, you can't monitor people because you can't move around. So just really think with Pilates that, you know, it is about, it's quite slow and it's about that connection. So just hold that tummy in again and then gently out and then back in. Even if you do it slower, you don't always have to do it the same pace as me. And again, 4, hold it and just pendulum, just side to side, using the core muscles. So 3, for 4, and then just bring it back for 8. So again, it's just a little lift for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, I love balance work because you can't think about everything that you need to do for the day. 2, and 1. Well done. Cross it again. Keep some softness in that front knee. Take the hips back and the weight forwards. And just gently, gently down. Just letting the head just hang. And just take a breath in. For next week, ladies, try and get yourself, I won't use weights today, but try and get yourself some weights. Now, if you're not used to weights, they are really, the older you get, strength work is so, so important for like that bone strength. So gently up now, but obviously if you're not used to weights, you might find that like 1 kilo is enough to start with. Ideally you want a couple of different weights, 1 and 2. I use a 3, but yeah, and we'll start doing some strength work next week as well. Okie dokie, let's just do an over lunge. I don't know why I moved that. So we're just going to do 10 lunges, that's all. So again, weight slightly forwards. Yeah, you don't have to hold on. If you're not holding on, you just come down. Watch that front knee. Both knees come to like right angles. And for 3. For 4. For 5. 5 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Take the hands to the front knee. Bring the back foot in a little bit and just drive that heel to the floor. Oh, my calves and Achilles would be absolutely shot if I didn't do calf stretches. So really important, particularly if you do a lot of strength work, a lot of running, a lot of walking, cycling where you're up on plantar flexion quite a lot, to stretch the calves out, because if the Achilles get tight, you can get that horrible plantar fasciitis. Not pleasant. And then just hold that stretch. You can, like I say, in this one, you can bring the heel away a little bit and bend the knee and then push the heel back down. And then just hold and switch. I'm going to stretch out and realise I haven't done anything. So again, don't have a slight stance, yeah? When you're doing a lunge, I always talk about this, but whoops, you want that back leg nice and long. You don't want to stand upright too much because you'll go into like a banana back. So weight slightly forward will work the butt cheek as well as strengthen the quads. So again, down, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 5 more, 5, 4, ski ready Jenny, 3, 2, and 1. Take the weight into the front knee, bring the back foot in a little bit and just drive that heel down into the floor. If you're really feeling calf stretches and these calves are feeling super tight, you can always, a nice thing to do is just drop them off of like the bottom step, you know, on your staircase. So just kind of let the heel drop. So again, in this one, you can just soften the knee a bit, raise the heel away, and then push it back down. Hold. And fabulous. Okay, let's come back to centre where we're time. Perfect, we're going to get down. Okay, so this is when you can, whoops. This is when I'm going to take it into like level 1, level 2. So level 1, you're literally, we're just going to walk it down. Yeah, so you can either just weight forward, walk it down like this. And then just walk it out. And just come down onto the floor. Level 1, you just draw the belly in, hold that position. Or level 2, take it into a plank position. Yeah, if you don't want to do either of those and you don't want to be on your wrist, then listen to your body, and if you just feel like today you will benefit more from a shell stretch, then do that. Yeah, so hopefully you're not all down yet. So let's do our chin to chest, hips backwards, weight forwards, gently down, letting the head just hang towards the floor. Just feel you can always have a little rock forwards and backwards, which can feel really lovely. And you can go side to side, but just let everything hang. So again, a good one to do side to side. It just shows you if you're a bit tighter down the back of the right leg or the left. It's quite nice to do a little circle if you feel comfortable with that. Circling on the spot. And then walk it out. So again, this is when you can come with me if you want to do the higher level and do a plank. We're not doing a downward dog, we're not doing an upward dog, we're doing a straight plank position. Or, bring the knees down, draw the belly in, just hold. Or the midway one is 4-point kneeling and lift the knees quite high if you want to do a prep one. As soon as you've had enough, go into shell stretch. I'm going to try and hold for like, well, a minute, but you don't have to. Obviously, you can hold for 10 seconds, go into shell. Try again, keep drawing that belly in, lifting up out of the breastbone, heels towards the floor a little bit. Yeah, if you're not used to plank, this will be too hard, so just go to your own level. Keep the neck lengthened, holding. So the thing you have to avoid with plank, like I say, is that the back doesn't start to do that. So keep the core tight, heels towards the floor. As soon as you feel that the back doesn't feel right, then obviously you've had enough and come back. You can sing a song, just hold. Hold that position, I forgot to count, we'll do 10 more seconds. Or hopefully for those of you that are relaxing, you're in a beautiful shell stretch. So 3, 2, 1. Take the knees down. Was I the only person doing that? And come into nice closed position. If you're already in shell, lovely, no worries, just really relax. Give your hands a bit of an in and out if you've been doing plank or wrist work. Just kind of bring Fingers into the palms and then just pulling them away. And just relax there. Take some beautiful breaths in. And out. And in. And out. And again. I don't think I held that for anywhere near a minute, did I? Last one. And then just come up onto 4-point kneeling, just to do 2 counter cats. Stick your bum up, take a beautiful breath in. And start rounding. I know wrist work can feel a bit uncomfortable sometimes, but unless you're at risk of lymphedema when you don't want to be on the wrist for too long, it's really good for bone density. And again, one more. Beautiful. Okay, well done. Come onto your backs and just take your palms in front of you so you can see them, yeah? And just see your ring finger. Bring the ring finger, so just listen kind of to the instructions. Sometimes you don't always need to visibly see something. So bring the ring finger into the palm. Bring the middle finger into the palm, then the next finger, and then turn the hands so the backs of the hands are touching, and then circle again. So it's just like a circling action like this, but we're just taking it a bit slower, just to mobilise the joints. Wrists can get super, super tight. And again. And last one. And relax. Well done. So, take your arms down by your side. Walk your shoulders away. So walk your shoulder blades down towards your feet. Bring the heels a little bit closer to the bum. Okay, we want to keep the ribs nice and flat. So if you come up too far in bridge, the ribs can flail a bit. We don't want that to happen. So length through the front of the chest. Let's take a nice breath in through the nose. Gently roll the lower back. Gently, don't force it down into the mat and start lifting your bum. You might just want to come halfway today. You might just want to come up into the bottom rib cage and then come straight back down again. Yes, so listen to the back. Oh, you might want to come all the way up. So again, when you're in bridge, the hips are coming high and the knees are coming long. You're not up here somewhere, yeah? You're on the shoulder blades. And we're just going to hold for a little bit of endurance, yeah? So to strengthen the legs. So particularly the bottom, particularly the hamstrings. So you're more working the posterior part of the body and lengthening the front. Take a beautiful breath in and slowly down, bone by bone. And one of my male clients made the mistake of asking me the purpose of bridge, and then I sent him a great big article on it. So let's just gently roll into imprint. So have a little think now, what is the purpose of this? So the primary purpose of bridge is obviously that spinal mobility. Strength of the back, strength of the bum, strength of the hamstrings, lengthening of the hips, lengthening of the pectoral wall, collarbone area. Hold. And again, visualise your spine. Move bone by bone. All the way through, imprint, release. And again, 2 more, breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat, start lifting your bottom. Lifting the lower back, you're peeling the spine away. A bit like a bicycle chain, if you visualise that. Yeah, just hold. not easy to hold, particularly when you when you finished at 9 o'clock last night. I'm finding these hard. And then gently down. Much better to do something 3 or 4 times correctly than do 8 without thinking about it. And again, last one, breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Start lifting up. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Hips are high, the knees are long, so you're lengthening through the hip area like a ski slope. So I get that little pun in. Did you know we're going skiing? And the boys are like, oh, so want to go on holiday, Mum, it's so boring. And then hold. And then gently down. I've quite enjoyed January actually. I think I said it's such a boring late Christmas night, New Year, isolating with COVID. Okie doke, let's come back to the floor. That should feel good. Let's take our arms out to capital T. And again, I want you to really think about this move. Yeah, so we're not just doing this back and forth. We're thinking about doing it in neutral spine. Pubic bone, hip bones are level, as is the belly button. Yeah, so you're not arching forward, you're not pushing down, you're in neutral. And every time we take the knees to one side and then bring them back, I want you to come back to this position. So a little chin towards the chest, and this is what I was saying to the guys last night, don't let that happen. I don't know if you can see on screen, but don't let the tummy bulge and the ribs come out. The ribs should always, I talk about it enough, like one of the guys last night, I'm like, how many times have I said to you, and he's been to the physio and he's slightly out of alignment, and she said, oh, your ribs are coming up and out. So really important that that keeps down, yeah? Little chin towards the chest, draw the belly in, and then just, so think about the core, even in a spinal twist. So take the knees in one direction, the head to the other. Yeah, now when you're in this position, you can allow that belly breath to happen. So inhale and let the belly reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the belly back in. The ribs are down, and you come back to centre with the abdominals, back into neutral. The other side, inhale, take it over. And then in this position, gently back. So you don't have to do your belly breath. You can just think about keeping the core connected at all times. But if you want more of a stretch, you can stay into it and do that belly rise. I'm just going to do more of the core work today. So just gently, and you're thinking about the abdominals and moving the legs. So keeping the core tight, back to centre. It's not an intense move. And then again. So my breathing pattern is I inhale over. Exhale, and I recruit that little bit more as I come back. And one more. And then back. So we're not coming up to tabletop today. Gently back to centre. We're now taking our legs nice and long. And again, we're going to focus a lot on that neutral spine. So lay down, lay nice and flat. Take your arms down by your side. I sometimes think with women, it's a little bit easier to find that posture, I guess, because with men, they're a bit more blocky, aren't they? Women tend to go a little bit more in and out. So if you think about your head and then the neck, yeah, so you've got that gap under the neck, the scapula is on the mat, and your ribs, that really big solid unit, yeah, the ribs are in and together. Find your last rib, trace it, and it should pretty much be on the mat. Obviously, if you're really, really slim, you might still have a little bit of a gap. But there should be, I've got a tiny gap underneath my lumbar spine, and then my bum is on the mat, and everything is connected, yeah? So that tray of drinks is solid, it's stable, it's not moving forward, it's not moving back. Take your hands underneath your head. So we're going to do these first, and then I'm going to move those of you that want to do a roll up into roll up. So again, what can happen when people take the hands back? The ribs start to do that again. So keep the ribs down, really important, yeah? And nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this seems like a very easy move at first. And when I was chatting with Andy last night, when he finally kind of got the recruitment pattern, then he was like, God, I really feel everything tightening now. And that's the problem when you've got people in studio and on Zoom, you can't monitor. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah? So you're not moving in and out of imprint release, you're keeping in neutral. Let's do 8 single 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're liking that feeling and it's enough today, continue with those. If you want to do your roll up, or I'll show you level 1 first. If you just want to do, take your arms backwards, and again, remember the ribs come out then, or can do. Chin towards the chest. Lift up, lift your arms, push your ribs down and just hold. I've still got that little gap in my lumbar spine. Obviously this is not, can feel a bit uncomfortable on people's necks, so just be careful with the neck. And then gently back. Yeah, so you can do that, or you can take a beautiful breath in. Chin towards the chest, ribs towards the hips, and forward. I almost felt like I wasn't going to get up then. Restack, draw the belly in, nice and slow. If you're worried about the ribs coming up and away, try and just take the hands up towards the ceiling, chin towards the chest, ribs towards the hips. I always think of Mia when I say that, Kathy. She said, I've been teaching it for years, Joan, I never really think about. But actually, as soon as you think of the ribs going more towards the hips as you roll up, it makes you recruit. And again, exhale. Definitely hard, well I think it's harder to just do it with the hands up to ceiling, but it definitely helps those people who can't control the rib cage as well. Let's do 6 more. 6. Gently down. 5. Jan and Serena, I'm dead impressed. You've done 3 days in the trot. And again. 3. Oh. 2. On this last one, if you're doing roll up, try and keep it forward, just to stretch out through the hamstrings, through the back. Don't worry if you can't touch your toes. And then gently back up, soften through the knees, just walk your bum forward and come back down to the floor. And take your ankles together and bring your knees into chest. Take a beautiful breath in. Oh, I'm seeing the lovely Serena and Kathy for a massage next week. I'm a bit quieter next week, so it's nice to get, yeah. It's not as crazy a week as this week's been a bit mad. And then just bring the knees in. Feel that lovely, lovely stretch. Oh. Shall we do a bit of side leg, ladies? And then just before we do, just take the right knee into chest, lengthen the left leg, take the heel into the floor, point the foot, just hold. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of side leg and then a little bit of prone work today, I think. And then switch again the other side. And fabulous. Okay, let's come over onto your side. So again, think about, I'm going to do double leg today because I just get a bit lazy with the bottom one. But yesterday in class when I did go around, actually I left Zoom for a bit and went round, and one of the guys saying I'm struggling a bit, yeah, with this position. So I'm like, well, remember to bend that knee. So just, there's no point doing double legs if when you're lifting you're rocking, yeah? So just think about it. A good way to really anchor down is to push that bottom knee into the mat and then lengthen the top leg. So again, if you don't feel stable, bend the knee even further. So point that foot, close your eyes, feel that gap that we always talk about and lift. Think about length. Yeah, think about the length of that foot away from that bottom hand. And 3, and 4, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, 8 more, 8, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, good work, 3, 2, 1, hold it, just point the foot and flex it. Just really nice to keep that ankle fluid moving. Yeah, really nice to kind of keep your ankles nice and slim. 3, 2, and that lymphatic. And then circle, circle. So just your ankle joint, not the hip like we normally do. 3, 2, and 1. And then what we're going to do then is just move the legs slightly back, point the foot, drop and lift. So you're just working a little bit more through the bum. And good. And again, let's go for 8, for 7 steps on. I can't see those. She sent a picture of side leg last night on the group, I can't see it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Just drop it down. Because it's first week back, Jimmy. What might you do 2 minutes? But we'll go into, so I don't want to do climb today, I want to do this one instead. So I want to bend the bottom knee. So the bottom knee is in line with your mat. The top thigh, so the quads of the top leg, are in line with that hip bone. We're not externally rotating because sometimes people do that and the hips move away. So keep the hips level, that top hip bone, yeah? A headlight on the headlight, you know what I mean. Keep that waist lifted, just lift and lower. Nice control. Don't go too quick. And lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, just take the leg out, bend it just for 4, drop again, lift, lengthen, in, lift, 2, woo, and 1. Because I did these last night, 9 o'clock, that's enough today. So come on to your backs. And which one? Let's do piriformis one. Yeah, never get tired of this one. Leg up into tabletop. You should be able to do this off by heart now, guys. Same hand. Push, cross the midline, inner knee, opposite shoulder. That might be enough today if you're tight. Or lift up the opposite hand, comes to the outside ankle bone. Keep pushing on the outside knee. Remember, this is pretty linked to the sciatic nerve, linked to the sacroiliac joint. So if you're tight through here, try and get into the habit of doing it daily. Take a breath in and out. And in and out. Last one. And then always then think about taking that hand away from the outside knee, placing it at shoulder height, the hand that's at the ankle bone to the outside thigh, and just bring that foot over as you gently, gently come. Take the head to the other way, and then take a lovely breath in. This is where you can belly breath a bit. Last one. And gently back to centre. Please remember what leg you've done. Yeah, if you've done the same as me, it'll be your right. If you're emulating me, it might be the opposite. So next one, I'm going to do my left. But first of all, I'm going to turn over onto my tummy. Yeah, so let's turn over onto our tummy and do a little bit of prone work. So what I want you to do is, so like I say, a lot of people who are at computers all day or people on their phones, they get a little bit forward shouldered. So in this position, push the pubic bone down into the mat, draw the belly away from the mat, yeah? You're not lifting, you're just drawing the belly in, the navel in towards the spine, so you've got a nice strong core. Slide the elbows down towards your waist. You've got like capital W arms, if you like, length through the crown of the head, and we're just going there. So if you're new to this, you might just want to lift the chest away. That might be enough. Or if you can, lift the hands. I used to find this so tough. And just hold. Really good for, you know, a lot of people's posture you see that are incredibly rounded. Good for cyclists, because they're often in that rounded position. And then lower down. Talking about cyclists, Jenny, did you see Tom Pidcock won the world? Amazing! And then again, push the pubic bone down, draw the belly in, slide the scapula down, just lift, lift, hold. I've been following his girlfriend on Instagram, Jenny. They're in New York, living a lovely life after winning it in America. And then gently down, let everything drop again. This time take the palms into the seams of your trousers or imaginary seams. Again, push the pubic bone down. Draw the navel into the spine. Imagine, I always imagine like a piece of A4 paper can just slide gently underneath my tummy. Round, reach down. And then again, just lift, hold, turn the palms up to ceiling, creating that length through the chest, working the traps a little bit, gently down. If you're doing these quite easy, brilliant, but honestly, it's quite alarming the amount of people that just cannot get their chest away. And again, push the pubic bone, draw the belly in, slide the shoulders round and down, reach long, lift, turn the palms up, hold, and just gently down. Well done. That's all we're going to do. And then just do a nice little sideways windscreen wipe. Feels beautiful. Sometimes people in class go, oh, this is my favourite thing. So it's not really an exercise, this. It's just a release of the back that can feel really nice. You can do a similar move to this as well, where you straighten the legs and push, kind of bend the toes, and both heels go in one direction. Does that make sense? I don't know if you can see on the screen. And then back to centre, and both feet go in the other direction. And you should feel a nice little stretch in the back. And again, so this is quite nice. But the windscreen white one just feels lovely. And then we're just going to gently come on over to that other side, and you should, look, you see, it's easy to forget, isn't it? I'm now lifting my left leg, yeah? So, amount of people side leg go, I forgot which leg I've done. So again, hip stacked, knee stacked, ankle stacked. Have a little bit of softness in that bottom knee, just to really ground it into the mat. And, or, if you still feel unstable, bend it completely. So we want to try and maintain that gap. Lengthen the top leg, keep the core tight, and just lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. So again, we're thinking about the length as opposed to the height. You can have your arm up if you want, pull the scalp away. hold, point and flex, point and flex, point, flex, point, flex, circle, circle 2, circle 3, 3 the other. Does one ankle joint feel nicer than the other? This one does. And then hold again, soften, again pushing that bottom knee just to stabilise a bit more. You might need to bend it a bit more to bring that leg backwards. Don't arch the back, point the foot, drop again. Just getting a little bit more of a stretch through the hip and working the hamstrings and the bottom. And lift. And again. For 6, for 5, for 4, 3, they're not supposed to be easy, 2, and 1. Well done. You can always, sorry I meant to tell you in the other one, this one, you can always pull that heel into butt and pull that top leg backwards. So you feel the stretch through the quads. Well done. And then bend the bottom knee, top the thigh, yeah, quadricep muscles in line with the hip bone. Keep the waist lifted if you can. Drop, lift, not too high. Headlights in, facing forward. And keep going. And then lift. This one is slightly, I think, for people who have, had sciatica before, I prefer this one than kind of doing clam, externally rotating. And again, just for single now. 4, 3, 2, this leg's wobbling a little bit. My bum's going, all right, we've had enough, Joe, you've got bar after this. And then come on to your back, well done. You can do figure 4 stretch if you prefer, that one where you push it away and just hold, or piriformis one, yeah, where the leg comes into tabletop, push it across the midline, in a knee towards the opposite shoulder, lift up, and then bring, oh, so good. Keep pushing on the outside knee, take a beautiful breath in. Last one. And then take that arm out to capital T, opposite hand, and just bring it over. Oh, take a beautiful breath in through the nose, let the belly rise. Exhale, release. And again. Two more. Last one. Gently back. And again, just cross the knees again, cross the ankles, sorry, again. Have a little roll around. And then roll the other way. And then just take the feet so you're in that butterfly stretch. Let the knees just come out to the side. Turn the palms up to ceiling. These should feel a little bit lower than normal after you've done a piriformis stretch. Sometimes it's nice to do this. See how tight you are. Do piriformis and then try again. And just turn them palms up. Just rest into that position. Take a beautiful breath in as you let the belly rise. Exhale, release. And again. Last one. And just gently, feet out wide, and just turn one hip inwards and the other side just in and out, in and out. And just because we didn't get on the roller today, guys, we're going to just do A little shoulder work just on the roller, on the mat. So just take your arms up to the ceiling and just again imagine you're just picking that imaginary apple and the other way. So you're taking the shoulders, the scapula, the shoulder blade, away and then retract down. Away, retract down. 2 and 1. And then again, ribcage closed. Yeah, particularly when you take your arm backwards, the rib wants to come with you. We need to get used to that not happening for abdominal work. And back again. Does one shoulder feel a bit tighter than the other? And then into your helicopter. So the hand that's at the top starts circling, the hand that's at the hip starts circling, and then back up again. So I kind of think it's like a semicircle, isn't it? Each arm's doing like a semicircle. Snow angel, angel arms, whatever you want to visualise. And for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Perfect. Well done, guys. Come up onto all fours and then just take a lovely wide kind of rolling cat. Rolling cat the other 2 ways. And then just walk your hands back a bit and just gently, soft knees, walk the hands back to the feet and slowly up. Fantastic. I'll just turn this one off.